of those deals where you didn't notice doing it at the time?
Oh, I heard it. I was out. I heard it real bad. But getting hit in the face with a tennis ball,
Hey, it's better than getting run over by a boat.
Yeah. Oh, my mom got hit by a boat.
That's what I think. That's a common thing.
It's out there. It's crazy. People they're not. They rent so many boats there. They're not. Used to driving a boat and they're out there getting smashed. It's like boating and drinking like that is not safe for the person in the water.
Coach, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna run? Couple hundreds?
I thought we'd run like 300s.
There's the man right here, Alan. Look at him go, monster. This is Mike. This is Jim.
How you doing?
You just go. You're KO Tickets, right?
Yes, sir.
At KO Tickets.
Yep.
That's
exactly.
Twitter.
Yep.
Do you have Instagram?
Not really.
You don't really need it. Right?
I don't have Facebook. I have Twitter. That was
Twitter. That's your thing, yeah. Mr. Mike Brown, Coach Schwartz. Coach, you were at the forum last night, eh?
Yeah.
So how early did you get there? How many fights did you catch live?
I got there for the Valero fight.
Valoria
fight, yeah. And that was an incredibly good fight. And JP, we went early because JP bet a fortune on the other guy.
Yeah,
and
which was smart. The other guy won handily.
I had that fight. I had a wipeout. I had him winning all 12 rounds, and they took that was the worst ref job. Wow.
Yeah.
He was horrible. Dr. Lou Moret, I don't know what guy. He must have taken some acid before the fight. Something.
That's bad.
he was really bad.
Acid and officiating? That doesn't go together.
I don't think the elbow was on purpose, though.
But it did some damage, though. Woo!
Boom. It was.
Yeah.
It was really,
Barbosa Box says, what a fighter, Artem Dalakian. I think he's a real player at flyweight. I look at his body and his bone structure, and I see a bantamweight.
Yeah.
And he's got the Ukrainian amateur background. He's athletic. Hi, hey Doug. Hi guys. Is everyone overlooking Keith Thurman? He can beat Spence. Okay.
He's got to fight.
A shot, Junior. Yeah, he's got to fight. Got to fight somebody. He's not ready for Spence right now, and he knows it.
Did you see that guy training out here a few weeks ago, Joe? That early heavyweight.
A boxer?
Yeah.
Joe.
Football player from South Carolina.
Oh no, I don't know who that is.
Joe He was going to Vegas this weekend. I guess he was on call in case anyone dropped out. But,
all right. Football. What kind of? I've never known a football player to really make it as a heavyweight. It's just never happened, right?
The guy from the 49ers made it the furthest.
Really?
Remember Too Tall Jones?
I remember Ed Too Tall Jones. Where's JP?
Guy?
He's coming. What do you think Eddie Hearn's super flyweights will bring to the state? Oh, Eddie Hearn, his super flyweight is Cal Yafai.
Yep, he's got a belt.
Yeah, and he was invited to fight on the Superfly 2 card. They wanted more money, and I think they wanted specific opponents too. I think Eddie Hearn would have allowed Cal Yafai to fight on last night's card had Chocolatito been on it. And of course, Chocolatito wasn't ready to come back, and I don't know who. Tom offered Cal Yafai somebody, but I think it was. I don't know. It might have been Inoue. He might have tried to make that fight or whatever. And
so, are you tired this morning, Doug?
I'm exhausted. I'm totally tired.
That's a big week for you.
Now, usually, like I was supposed to write like a post-fight column on the main event, but the belt that I presented, the ring title that I presented to Sor Rungvisai, he thought it was his to keep. And they wouldn't give it back to me. They didn't understand, and only one person in that camp speaks English.
Bank.
And Bank, and he didn't, and even he tried to explain to Sri Saket, hey, he's gonna need it back, and Sri Saket grabbed it, and then he kissed it, and then he took off to the dressing room to do the post-fight drug exam, the piss test or whatever, and they wouldn't let me back there, and then they never came out again, and then they tossed all the media out of the arena, and so I wound up following him. That's why I was at the Westin, because I was waiting. I was just there to get the belt back. Yeah. Because I knew they were saying, hey, let us take it to Thailand. We'll mail it back to you once we get the belt with his name on it. And I'm like, I don't believe you. Not that I don't trust you, but I don't trust you. And Barbosa Box says, great job promoting Ring Magazine's 115-pound belt. Thank you. Yeah, that's what we got to... Hey, was that not a fight worthy of a Ring title?
Absolutely.
If those two guys aren't worthy of fighting for the Ring Magazine title, nobody is.
I think they should do the rematch.
Oh, yeah.
I think, I mean...
Tom's talking about that in the fall.
I think it makes perfect sense. I say do right away. The fight was so hot. Everybody had such a good time. And
almost 8,000, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. 8,000 sold, too, people.
No, it was sold.
No papering there.
When you scale an arena and then you actually have to open up additional seats, that doesn't happen often enough. And it happened last night. And the energy, the crowd, and the fight, it deserves to happen right again.
So what was it originally scaled for? 6,000?
Exactly.
Okay.
Roughly 6,000.
Yeah.
Everything was sold initially. The far end, opposite camera, those sections were held back to sell on the on-camera side. Sell very well. Those were opened up.
Yeah.
And then eventually the bottom 6 rows of the upper level were opened and they sold. I mean, they were full up there. So very successful promotion.
And people got a good fight. The people watching HBO got to see Donnie Nietis, who I like him a lot.
He's good. Wow, is that guy good?
He's one of the best 35-year-old outside of Gennady Golovkin, one of the best 35-year-old, world-class boxers. And it's rare for guys at that weight class to still have it in their mid-30s.
Is that his first fight in the U.S.?
No, he's fought here. He's fought in Southern California. That's his 3rd time fighting in Southern California. He's fought at StubHub a couple times. Yep. Very small shows. I don't think there was any U.S. television. But I'm glad he was on the card. And I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Delakian. Wouldn't mind him fighting did you guys meet the Japanese champion, the WBC flyweight title holder from Japan? Daigo Higa.
I don't believe so, no.
He was there. So if Nietes were to fight Higa, that would be a unification fight. And they're the Ring Magazine's #1 and #2 rated flyweight. So the Ring Magazine flyweight title would be on the line. Yeah.
Two belts in one night. That's quite a...
That would be nice. Yeah.
That would be a packed house.
I'm hoping Higa gets on Superfly 3. And I'm hoping to see some of the folks back. I thought Arroyo, McWilliams Arroyo, fought really well against Quadras. Thought he deserved to win that fight. I did have it close though. And of course the main event, forget about it. That's boxing at its best. So anyways, Coach, we're gonna run some hundreds, right? Yeah. All right. So when we come back, folks out there in the Periscope verse, what a performance by McWilliams. He was the B-side in the middle of a huge Mexican crowd. Yeah. But I don't think there were any Mexicans that were complaining about Quadras not winning that fight. Yeah. You see, Quadras talks a lot of shit and then he doesn't quite back it up. He's a good fighter, but he doesn't match the boasting.
He's got a huge personality.
He does. He does.
I was in the elevator
for Mexicans, they want you to back that shit up. 100%.
I was in the elevator with him prior to the press conference, and he's on the phone. He goes, no, I have to practice English. Talk to me in English. And, and he's just like jumping around the elevator. He's got a personality.
He does.
He's an exciting kid. So.
But the Puerto Rican was just a more solid fighter.
He beat him.
He was, yeah.
The Puerto Rican was moving him with his punches.
He was.
Quadras wasn't moving the Puerto Rican.
No, he wasn't. Not at all. And I think Arroyo he's a worthy challenger for any of the super flyweight title holders.
Stay with Abel?
What was that?
Do you think?
I don't think so. I think I think Quadras goes back to Rudy Hernandez, or he finds somebody else. He'll stay in Southern California, I bet you. But he could go to the desert with Joel Diaz, or wind up in Riverside with Robert Garcia. I mean, maybe he'll find somebody who meshes right with him or can crack the whip enough. But he needs more technique. He's got the athleticism. He's got the endurance. He has the experience. He's a versatile boxer, but he doesn't have the leverage he should get on his punches because the technique isn't there. His hips aren't under. His hips aren't shifting.
Do you think he has a real desire to work out like an animal?
Yeah, I mean, if you push him, he does. But then between camps, he parties and all that.
You gotta push him.
Right, exactly.
It's not from the inside.
Right.
He's not the kind of guy Abel wants around him.
Yeah. But I know there were a lot of fans that were upset that Srisaket Rangasai won that fight, and I disagree. I think Srisaket deserved it. Whether you saw it a 1-point fight or 115 to 113 or 116 to 112, which I could easily see. That's how I had it.
Let me ask you this.
What?
What if you had Nevada judges judging that fight?
Oh, Estrada would have won.
Easily.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I factored
He was the
that
crowd
in.
favorite. He was. They were there to see him.
They judge by the crowd reaction.
Yeah.
That's the one thing you find oftentimes when you have a Mexican crowd like that. They're so passionate into the fight. Estrada is like, in my opinion, he's getting beat, but he'll throw a punch and he'll like bounce off the shoulder, and the crowd like explodes because he throws a big punch. Yeah. And it's like, but the punch didn't score. It's just, but the crowd is like, and you know, it's like the judges hear that. They're like, you know, it's a factor for sure.
Yeah.
But Nevada more than
it's
crazy,
pathetic
for so many years. The same guys for so many years, and we have someone walking in here.
Yeah, and Triple G is going back there with Canelo.
Uh-oh. Well, somebody agrees with me. This dude says he was pro Estrada, but he didn't take it away from Sorungvasai.
We'll do that next time.
There he is.
Are we? Am I late? Are we already streaming?
No, this is. I was just doing the warm up. We're gonna run a little bit, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna run, people. We're gonna run. You guys know who this is. What's up, Tom?
How you doing? Nice to see you.
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown, good to see you.
Hey, somebody asked,
do
we think Jack Reese missed a knockdown?
Positive.
Sore.
That was a knockdown.
Who got knocked down?
Sorungvasai.
What round are you talking about?
Yeah, but there was also on the Estrada side, so I
Hey.
think he was kind of consistent.
Hey, boys, fun last night. All right, Tom is there. Yeah.
Tell me how you
What's up, Larry? That was Larry.
I'm wearing the 360 hat.
Yeah.
One of our first promotion last night.
Yeah.
Great job, Tom.
Thank you. It was a great turnout, great support from the fans. What'd you think, Coach? You've been to many boxing fights. What'd you think about the energy in the arena for the small guys?
It was the best. It was incredible. But you know, I was watching you the whole week, and at the media press conference, you're so calm. You got everyone yanking at you, and you're just so calm.
Yeah.
You're accommodating everyone. I saw you at the weigh-in, same deal.
How about that robe?
I got the robe.
There you go. And he kept it on. That was good.
WBC,
He kept the WBC robe.
Last night, it's incredible. I mean, it's just everything went perfectly. And you know what I like is the way every fight.
Yeah, Ryan, I like the Pedro Duran fight.
Right.
But I mean, one after the other.
Right.
And I think it was legitimately a draw, too.
It felt good. It was
And we probably have a fight of the year candidate from last night.
Definitely got a round of the year.
Quadras Arroyo was a great fight.
Yeah, it's quality.
Arroyo really impressed. I thought Quadras had the edge on that one. And, And Arroyo really came to fight.
Yeah, and he started quickly.
I kept saying, you know, whenever you have that Puerto Rico versus Mexican matchup, it just rises to a different level. You know, for national pride.
So are you going to have a rematch with these two guys?
I don't know. I mean, it would be great to do it. It would be natural just from the fan reaction. HBO was happy. The forum was happy. Jim Boone, how did the tickets do at the forum? Jim Boone is a ticket expert here.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, when you scale an arena and you sell that out and you have to open additional seats, that is the ultimate goal. And it was completely sold out. There was nothing left.
We opened the upper level at the forum. I don't think that's been the whole upper level has been open since Triple G fought there against Dominic Wade. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it was a great energy last night in the crowd. Almost 8,000 fans, just shy of 8,000, and to see them turn out and support their favorite fighters, the small guys. It's you know, they left everything in the ring. They showed all the heart. I have to report that Revico is doing well.
Oh yeah, he went to the hospital right after, didn't he?
Last night, he looked a little bit shaky when he wobbled in his corner, so they took him for precautionary measures to the hospital.
Hats off to his corner for just throwing in the towel. You know, because he was hurt, and he had a hard time making weight.
Yeah, no, it was all right. It was good. It was a good. Hopefully, we'll have a few more shows this year for the fans. So March 27th at the Avalon Theater, we announced Brian Sabayo signed with 360, and then now we'll be working on Cinco de Mayo. That's Triple G Promotions up in Las Vegas.
Time's gonna fly right by, and
for the rematch
and the big kickoff press conference for the rematch is Tuesday.
Open to the public.
Open to the public. LA Live.
Yeah, that's right.
And there's no press tour, right?
It's just the LA Live.
Yeah, that's it.
Remember I was telling you, Dougie?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do the tour.
Dave Schwartz
right.
said everyone knows about the fight. We don't need a tour. Oh, JP.
So they listen.
JP is here.
Take over for you, Doug.
Yeah, I don't know. Are we gonna? Lomachenko. Oh, where you get that, man?
It's not official, but you get it.
Uh-oh.
Redbubble. Yeah, redbubble.com.
Oh, Redbubble. Yeah.
They just do artists.
You almost had a heart attack last night.
Oh, Delakian, my man, made me a lot of money.
Yeah.
But the referee, terrible. He was taking points from Delakian for no reason.
I know. That must have drove you crazy.
Was he the underdog in that fight?
He started the underdog, closed a 2-1 favorite.
Wow.
Huge money on Delakian. But they're not always right. Huge money on Estrada as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and it was incorrect. But my whole process was go big on Delakian. After we talked during the week, I was sure he would win.
Yeah.
And then just very small on the main event, which I lost on Estrada. But the whole thing was to go big on Delakian.
Yeah.
It was tremendous.
Arroyo really surprised. He was a big underdog, Arroyo, and he won the fight.
He was tremendous. Really good.
Yeah. How much of an
performance.
underdog was
I
Arroyo?
think, wasn't the Quadros like a 6-1 favorite or something? Like that?
People slept on Arroyo.
Was minus 550 is what I saw.
Who was minus five? Who was
Quadros.
Quadros. Oh shoot, he was like a 5-1. Shit. Wow.
So Doug, there was 2 really big upsets yesterday. So Quadras lost, and the prospect in Britain, Zelfa Barrett, lost as a 25-1 favorite yesterday.
25 to
So,
1
anything
favorite
can
loss.
happen.
There's no such thing as easy fights,
And
people.
Lulu,
Yeah, Houghton, she lost.
Did she get
lost
beat?
it,
Yeah.
Oh,
She
wow.
lost
We got
an
that
8-rounder.
after
So that shows how well matched those
true.
fights were.
Wow.
Yeah, and Pedro Duran, who's a local prospect, had to settle for a
Pedro
draw.
Duran was in a fight for his life. Yeah.
There's no easy fights, people.
Yeah.
There's no easy fights.
But Arroyo came out in the first round trying to knock him out, fighting incredibly well.
Right.
I don't think Quadras was ready for that. 2 years on the shelf, Arroyo.
Started fast.
He
Yeah.
comes fighting
That's
like
what we were
that.
just talking about. Whenever you have that matchup between Puerto Rico and Mexico, it's a national pride. They just rise to a whole different level.
Yeah, that wasn't lip service,
As
man.
we were walking out, there was a bunch of people. We were talking with Mike Baca and a bunch of people. People were so excited about the event, and they said, "Bring Arroyo back, maybe Nietes, maybe a fight against."
Yeah, somebody just asked, Jacob Caldera asked, what's next for Arroyo? Arroyo won the WBC silver
Right, he's
title,
a
which
silver.
makes him
He's-
basically the mandatory for
He'll
Sorungasai.
be the top-rated challenger. They have to still mandate when the mandatory will be due. But
Yeah. But he's in line.
with a win like that, now he's right back. Look, you're so interchangeable. Gianni Nietes had a good win last night.
Yeah.
So it's
Bring back Donnie, man.
You know,
I like him.
Dave and I were at the Wade Triple G fight, and Arroyo fought Chocolatito on that card. And people don't realize what a great fight that was. Arroyo was right with Chocolatito for 8
Yes,
or
he
9
was.
rounds.
He was.
So
He
he's very
lost the rounds, but he lost them very competitively, very close.
Yeah.
So on the scorecards, it looked like Chocolatito shut him out.
No.
But it was every round was very competitive.
Very good fight.
Hey, so
Very
JP,
competitive.
do you think Tom has a future?
Oh, it was incredible. What is
It's going to be March 27th at the Avalon.
March
That's
27th, we were
Avalon
telling
Theater
people on
in
the way out.
Hollywood. Yeah.
Hey, you listen to me. Pro
Well-
debuts. That's
Yeah.
where it is.
You know what the great thing about
Brian Savario is that guy can fight.
He's a musician too.
He can sing. Yeah.
Tom, this is a testament to you. People on the way out were so excited after the main event, and they said, "When's the next show?" They said, "March 27th." March 27th.
There you
Get
go.
there.
And I met all the guys that were doing the tailgate party in the forum. That's become legendary now.
Yeah.
The tailgate. So I
Mr.
went over
Boxing
there.
Guru.
Took
Oh, is that who does
Boxing
it?
Guru.
Yeah.
Took a photo with about 60,
That's awesome.
60 people out there. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was nice interacting with the fans.
What an event.
So
And
how'd you sleep last night?
Didn't get much sleep, but it was it's good. It's nice. We were happy that again that Revico, everything's okay with him, and just that the fans had a great time.
what did you think about that 12th round? Every single person on their feet.
Fight of the year, round of the year. I mean, that as we were saying, each one of those fights could have been fight of the year, and the main event really delivered. And you got to give Estrada a lot of credit. A lot of fans came out to see him, and he fought like a champion. He fought like he really wanted that title. It was very close. It could have been a draw.
Yeah.
Could have been 1 point Rungasai, maybe 2 points Rungasai. Just depends on how you scored it. But I got to say the judges got it within the margin of error, I think.
You guys might have already talked to this before I got here, but I personally had 7-5 Estrada, but I was fine with 7-5 either way. I didn't like the 9-3 card. Jim, how did you have it? Did you score?
116, 112.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I had it for Sorungasai.
Dave?
Well,
Dave was just enjoying the
I
fight.
factored in the judges.
Yeah.
So I thought that I had the Thai guy ahead 5-1.
So did I.
And
After
everyone
6?
thought I
But I
was
thought
crazy.
Estrada. Okay.
And the Thai guy is this guy.
He just seems like he's so calm and collected. He wasn't
is.
breathing hard.
No,
He just had
it's-
the same expression on his face the whole time.
But I was watching
And,
him at the media day.
Yeah.
This guy's very spiritual.
Yeah.
He's like a monk.
Yeah.
And he's really got his act together.
Yeah.
And really.
Daily meditation.
Well, I think I was rooting for my bet a little bit because most of the people I respect had Rungbasai from 16-12 to 15-13. And I think
Yeah.
15-13 is a good score.
Yeah.
And I think you could go a draw, but 9-3.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That was a little bit
9-3.
wide. Yeah,
That was
I
a
didn't
bit
catch
wide.
the names of the.
I think that was Steve Murrow, they said.
Murrow.
Somebody named Jacob's asking, is there a rematch clause? Jacob, I
fight,
assume
no.
you're talking about the main event.
The main event, Rungbasai versus Estrada, no, that was a mandatory fight. So,
Yeah.
So we didn't have a rematch.
Yeah,
clause.
you can't have rematches for mandatories.
You can negotiate them, but
Yeah.
they're not obligatory.
Right.
So, but I think, look,
The answer is
Estrada, I
no,
know he
no
would
rematch
have another
clause.
shot at that WBC title, and Rungbasai has proven he'll fight anyone. So
He will
that
fight
was a
anyone.
tremendous,
I saw where
tremendous
Rungbasai
matchup.
made 250,000, which was more than almost everyone else combined. So do you think in the rematch you're going to have to pay him more than that?
Well,
That's a loaded question.
That's a loaded question.
Okay.
Loaded question.
Technical difficulties turn out.
A lot of, there's different payment
Yeah.
streams like promoters.
Yeah, a lot of these guys,
especially
Dave, they have international TV money.
Right.
Like a lot of these guys, what the commission reports is not what they're making
That's what Steve Kemp
from the
was
fight,
saying.
and they don't want all the money that they're making from the fight to be reported here in the U.S. because they got to pay U.S.
There's
taxes
also
for that.
Promotional rights that
Yeah.
they get paid and
Yeah.
things like that. So the purses don't always reflect the complete.
And Tom, there was a lot of international television, right? There was three stations, three
Three
channels
stations
in Mexico.
In Mexico.
Yeah.
3 stations in the Philippines.
In the Philippines, yeah.
2 in Argentina.
Yeah.
Ukraine showed it.
Yeah.
We did Ring TV. We opened up the stream.
I was going to say.
Yeah,
I
for the
found out
UK
people
fans.
were complaining in the UK that no
Oh.
one picked it up.
There you
And
go.
I talked to HBO because HBO had the rights for the UK.
Right.
And I said we can't leave it dark there. So I worked out a deal with Ring TV where they geo-blocked it just for the UK.
Yeah.
And so we were happy to be able to bring it to the.
Tom,
to the
you
UK.
know that I watch a lot of fights in the UK, and I have a lot of friends out there, and you are very popular this morning in the UK because these guys were furious yesterday.
Yeah, they were
because
freaking out.
They had to pay.
Hopefully the word got out soon.
They had to pay for that Callum Smith
They had to
fight,
pay
right?
We just did it yesterday.
I
Word got
know.
out because the thing is, these guys are diehards. They had to pay for Callum, which Nicky put up a really good fight actually.
Nicky's
but
tough.
They had to pay for Callum.
For a
They had to
kickboxing
pay for
machine.
Eubanks and Groves,
Right.
and then Box Nation and Sky didn't pick up Superfly, and they
Didn't
were
pick up.
furious.
Yeah.
These guys were writing them hate
And
tweets.
360 and
Yeah.
Ring TV brought
Came
it through
through.
for free.
They came
Yeah.
through.
right,
They were
man.
so thrilled with you.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, they were really.
I mean, we
It's all
worked so
about.
hard to put that show together. It would have been a
Right.
shame for it not to be shown.
British fans not to see that? That's
And
nuts.
we didn't make a dime on it. I just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
that we got the exposure in the UK.
Well,
Right.
also, gambling's very big in the UK, and these guys all had bet on. They'd all bet on
They
Dalaki.
wanted to see.
Yeah.
wanted to see what was
Everybody
going on
wanted to
over
see
there.
Brian's fight because of Dalaki.
Did you give Kevin Kelly a drug test afterwards?
Oh, his scorecard was nuts.
Because he had it even. He had the Valoria Dalaki
Yeah, that fight even.
You know, he's just probably a Brian Valoria
Dalaki
fan.
won 10
Brian's a great
No,
guy.
12. He won 12 rounds.
He was a good
Oh,
fighter.
He won
because
every
was
single
commentating,
round.
Yeah.
He was commentating.
Now,
fight.
that fight, if I was Valoria's handlers, I wouldn't let him come out for the 12th round.
That was rough.
I mean,
He
they
had
should-
that.
Cut
I
was
missed
terrible.
that one round, but he had a bad cut on his. That was from an elbow? Or
It was
something?
elbow.
Yeah.
Elbow.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
That's good. I mean,
I was
whatever
nervous.
It
takes.
wasn't gushing. It was actually spurting.
Yeah, it was spurting.
It was actually.
Yeah. That was a blood
Flying.
vessel.
I
Yeah.
thought that
it
referee
was-
was going to DQ him. It was terrible, that referee. I thought he was going to DQ him. He took a point.
Well, he acted like it was a knockdown.
It was crazy.
And then it wasn't. It was a lot of confusion.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but he kept. I mean, that was a bad.
But I have to say, though, I'm usually hard on Reese, but Jack Reese did a good job in the main event, and the guy in the co-main did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
But Lou Moret in that first fight was driving me crazy. 'Cause I was like, he's going to DQ Delakian
That was Delakian, yeah.
for great boxing. So, Doug, I'll grab the camera.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should end this stream and
Oh, okay.
run a few laps and then come back and do like the
Okay, so we're
trivia and
gonna.
stuff.
So you got 400 people on Periscope.
Yeah, it was.
All right.
I think
Yeah.
it peaked out
I
on
think what we
700.
should do, JP?
Yeah.
Is,
That's pretty good.
Why don't
It's not
we end
bad.
this
That's
part now,
Bounce TV though. Your
we're
phone
gonna
is the
run,
ESPN.
and then we should do it on Tom's.
Okay,
because
so
Tom's got this huge following.
It's going up to 500 now. So here's the
I know
deal.
it's weird. It's
We can
fluctuating
keep
like
it.
500.
So here's what we're gonna do.
Do you have a bodyguard now?
Can't disclose everything, Dave. No, I try to get it.
No, I saw you come in this limo. So are they waiting for you? Yes.
Hey,
So I
good
didn't
morning,
ride my scooter
Scalia.
today.
Good morning,
Yeah, where's the
Scalia. So here's what we're gonna do.
I was running late, so I didn't take the scooter.
Everyone's gonna work out. We're gonna cut this Periscope. You guys tune in a few minutes. Get your questions ready for Tom, Coach Dave, Doug, and we're joined by the great Jim Boone. KO Tickets. If you guys have any questions, please write in. So you got what, like 20 minutes to figure
Mike
that out?
Brown.
Mike Brown in the house. Thanks for being here, Mike.
Mike, you were at the show last night.
I was.
Yeah.
Oh, you were there live
Yeah.
and had 16-12.
Yeah.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
I think we're wrong, Dave. I think Rungasai won the fight because we're the only ones who have it for Estrada.
No, a lot
No,
of
no, a lot of members of the
I had a
media.
bunch of friends that were
Okay.
They had
were
it
there,
even.
and they thought Estrada
Okay.
won. So
Yeah.
I was
It's
one of those
I'm
fights.
Yeah, I
what do you
think
guys
Kellerman had it a draw.
It's one of those
Yeah,
fights.
it's just one of those.
I
Yeah.
said it a draw.
Well,
Yeah.
let me say my.
That's what he said in the ring. Yeah.
We'll cut this Periscope, but let me say my reasoning. My reasoning is I had Rungvisai way ahead, but I gave Estrada a lot of the late rounds.
You give
a
him
lot
the
of them.
11th and the 12th.
Eight,
I thought the 11th could have gone either way.
I gave him 8, 9, 10,
Yeah,
and 12.
I think I gave him the 8th,
8,
yeah.
9, 10, and 12, and I really thought he won those, but I have to rewatch it. I have to rewatch it. But then again,
So do
that
I.
would only get him to around a draw. So
You know, I tried to rewatch it when I got home. I fell
you
asleep.
thought Jacob thought it was a draw.
It was
Okay, folks, we'll
exhausted.
see you in a few
Hey,
minutes,
We're going to be on Tom's.
and we'll be on Tom's Periscope in a few minutes. See ya. How do you swipe down and then?